Right, people. We're going to try it back here one more time again. Now, remember to big on the world.
Let music keep on playing. Wow. Sometimes the things that need in life may be difficult. Not all the time it's gonna be easy. I saw it go smoke the marijuana and get high. Stay above the wicked and fly. Feeling so very good about myself, Babylon. Damn, that's the problem. I smoke the marijuana, I'm get high. Stay above the wicked and fly. And when I got problem, I count domestically.
Yes, brother. Yes, brother. How are you going, Jeremy? You know, in the background, we have the music there. Big up to the boss, the cops to the man. How America is, bro? Right. Right, man. So how you going? How you going?
Doing good, man. Doing good, man. Blessed, brother. How are you? How's the
Well, are you all right, man? I can remember the last time that we talk about the flat theory. I could remember you telling me about the curve. It don't have no curve.
Yeah, man.
Well,
curve,
today,
man. No curve.
Last night when me and you was talking, I say one thing. Well, now, it's a people education and science and thing now, but you know, I'm not so bright. But when I give you the reference and say that, to me, that marijuana is a spiritual thing. And you turn around and tell me I'm correct.
100%. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. You know, people got to understand that what they consider science now, you know, had its roots in what the indigenous people of a lot of different places called, you know, spiritual practices, you know, and one of the main plants or the main ingredients in a lot of different cultures' spiritual practices was the cannabis plant and the hemp plant. You know, governments worldwide have known this for centuries, you know, but the whole thing is, as you were stating, it's a spiritual plant. It has people thinking on a higher level, and you know, the government doesn't want people thinking on a higher level. They want people thinking very basic, very, you know, ignorant and very low level type of thinking. But cannabis opens the mind to the widest, you know, acceptance of, you know, nature, things around you, your fellow man. You know, smoking and taking part in cannabis makes you want to be closer with nature, closer with your fellow man. You know, and the government,
I want to cut it, but you know, well, on our Indian side, we have a god named Lord Shiva. Now, our god Lord Shiva, the African them just call him, he is the father of all Rastas. Yeah, because they call him, the reason why they call him the father of all Rastas, so because Lord Shiva, they say any amount of weed you give him, he go smoke it. That my offering to my God. And I being honest with you, when I offer my Lord Shiva them thing, I just get real, I just open my third eye, my chakras in my body is open. Now I want to tell you something again today,
100%.
and I want the world to know. Now, bro, I used to drink, and I used to vomit yellow and green, and my wife took me to the doctor. Now, when she took me to the doctor, my wife never liked how I used to smoke. Well, now she prefer smoke now, because when I drink, I'm tripping off, and my stomach get. So when she went by the doctor now, Dr. Rackber in Trinidad is the man. She tell Dr. Rackber, doctor, he does smoke weed, you know. The doctor turned around and say, yes, let him smoke the weed. The weed helping his ulcers. In the morning time when I get up, if I smoke a cigarette, I vomit green and yellow, bilious. And when I smoke the weed, it melt everything down and I get hungry.
100%, man. 100%. People got to understand, like, just like we have, you know, a nervous system in our body, a blood system that carries the blood. All humans have a system in their body called the endocannabinoid system. And it's made specifically for the chemicals and compounds found in the cannabis plant. You know? So with them freeing up the research in a lot of places, they find out that not only is cannabis not bad for us, but there's a system in our body made specifically just for the plant. Called the endocannabinoid system.
Yes,
You know,
brother.
also finding out that a lot of what we call autoimmune diseases are really from a lack of not having enough cannabis or THC or CBD1, CBD2 in our bodies. You know, and the government knows this, right? So my whole thing is the thing now.
Well, people, you see how Bill
It's
Gates
all
is be
about
doing me.
yeah. They
I
trying
want
to
you
get
to
me. They trying to
I
kick
want
me
you
out
repeat
of
back. I want you repeat back what you say there. So the Facebook, you take it.
yeah, they wicked. Fucking around
Yeah.
wicked, but hey, listen. So like I was saying, endocannabinoid system. There's a system inside the human body called the endocannabinoid system that is made specifically just for the chemicals and compounds found inside the cannabis plant. More specifically, THC and CBD1 and 2. Um, for a little bit of educational purpose, THC is the chemical in cannabis that gives people the euphoric effect or gives you the head. CBD is what they attribute to the healing properties of the plant. Um, so our body is meant to have both of those chemicals and compounds in our body, and our body doesn't function the proper way without some form of cannabis in our body. You know, whether it be a tea, whether you want to smoke, you know, this has been a big part of medicine for thousands of years before westernizers came and tried to put plants into a pill form, you know. So that was really a big form of healing the people, keeping the public very healthy back in the day. But they also saw that it had side effects of people, you know, more down to earth, more spiritual. You know, when people get away from the plant, they move away from nature. Yeah, remember, cannabis is a plant, and a plant is a part of nature. So when they outlawed nature, outlawed plants, they outlawed you.
Well, here what?
Because that's
Hold up
really
there. Hold there. The Facebook cut off all the words where you're now saying for about last 30 seconds.
yo, they. Mm, I got you, brother. I got you. Right.
So Trinidad and
So
Tobago.
basically,
I said the Facebook cut out the last 30 seconds of the words you now say.
but listen, it's not a damn. I'm gonna repeat it, man. Just let me know if I gotta run anything back. I got no problem, man.
Yeah.
The knowledge is gonna
Say
get
back
out
where
to
you
the
said.
people. You know, basically, with governments trying to outlaw the plant, they're really trying to outlaw nature. They're trying to separate you from nature. A war on weed or a war on cannabis is a war on the people. You understand? Because we, people of color, are a natural people. You know what I'm saying? We live very good with nature. We interact good with nature, and they don't like that. You know, because it keeps us healthy, it keeps the family strong, and governments want the family weak, separated, and sick. You know, and staying close to nature keeps you healthy, vibrant, and spiritually alive. You know,
Right.
they don't want people like that. They don't want people vibrating on a higher spiritual level. You know, exactly. You know, they rather prefer you drinking. You know, go and smack up your wife or do whatever. You know, not to judge, but I know for a fact of the research showing cannabis is safer than alcohol, and it's also healthier than
Yeah,
alcohol.
because if you
You
look in
know.
all bars, they legalize rum, they legalize gay in Trinidad, they
Mhm.
legalize spending billion dollars to bring law, but they have a reason. Bob Marley called marijuana herb. He was the only
Yeah,
artist. He never called it a drug. He called it a herb.
exactly.
And the man they call King Solomon, they say it was on his grave. Don't they even the Lord
Mm.
Jesus Christ and all too, and all of them too, I feel them deal with marijuana, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yo, these comments is live right now. These questions on the screen is live.
Everything live. Check them out there. What?
One person asked, my authority to make these claims is I'm gonna tell them where I get this information from. I don't just like to talk. What I do over here in the U.S. is I'm with what's called the Cannabis Cultural Association. I'm their director of public outreach, and what I do is I try to relate to the public all the information that comes about in this research and the government does not put out to you. You know, and also like I do activism. I'm part of the movement in America that's helping state by state to get the plant legalized on a medicinal level and for adult use as well. And I'm Guyanese, so that's why, I feel also a connection to the Caribbean to try to free up my brothers and sisters down there because you can only make good decisions if you're educated on the plant. All the things I'm saying, trust me, the governments know. They just want to be able to pass laws to make money of it and not try to give nothing back to the people because they've been locking up black and brown people for hundreds of years doing this cannabis thing once it fit into their model.
So
So
if
I'm trying to show people
I ask
that
you a
in the
question here,
US,
what
a lot of states is making money.
I know, but what make you the truth and the honest truth? What make you take up this work and decide to study and decide to fight for this plant and this herb?
Um, it's about equity, brother, because first of all, I'm all about fighting for freedom, and I've been taking part in the herb and the plant for at least 15 years. It never did any of the negative things the media said, you know, but what it really was when I noticed the U.S. was taking a 180-degree stance on cannabis. They started to turn back, and then I started to just look up prohibition things, prohibition of alcohol. What was the government's real reason for doing that? It wasn't the fact that they really felt alcohol wasn't safe. They weren't able to make any revenue or profit. So that's what a lot of places are doing now with cannabis. They're taxing it. They're not necessarily repealing the laws which make possession or growing or cultivating it illegal. They're just making a small little loophole that if you're licensed, you can get to deal with the plant. That's the same thing going on in Trinidad. In 1915, Trinidad and Tobago put in the ganja ordinance, and that made it so that you had to have a license to sell and cultivate cannabis in Trinidad. I don't know how they changed that up now. I was trying to look it up, but I didn't have enough space on this phone to download the PDF. I wanted to look that up a little bit more to maybe spit some knowledge to the people over there about that too.
Yes, I understand. Well,
You know?
periodly, you're going to be on my page doing a lot of researches and letting people know because there are many things that Johan Ned help through the cannabis. It have a man used to come, he wheezing, so we give him the I think actually I don't know if I think THA or some tablet or CBD. Right? So with the CBD now, you find the persons that they breathe different. You find they rest different. Because it is a powerful thing because I telling you, I learned the public know today. When I had 13 years, I first smoked marijuana. And I smoked marijuana with a fella they call Rishi Rakbir. He's one of the drummer for Rakesh Yankaran. And when I take a pull, he say here how to smoke weed. Take a pull and keep it in. So when I take a little pull and when I keep it in, partner, when I do my hand so, I feel my whole body going so. When I eat and I drink, and my mind start to mature, and that is how I learn what I learn today with all the music, what I sing and everything what I learn, that is the amount of years it built into me.
It makes sense, man. That's how you got to do it. It's all spiritual.
It is higher active. It higher like a computer. Like right now when you smoke your weed, it slow down your metabolism in your body. So as I walk out the road, I see 1, 2, 3 car. I watch the man walking so. I see the cat up the road so. I see that black guy in the corner so. I watch down in the back so. I watch the back so. It's every single thing I analyze. Quick.
And that is also because a lot of the research, you got to understand, a lot of the research or a lot of the news or a lot of the knowledge that they know about cannabis came from companies that had a vested interest in you not liking cannabis.
Yes.
You understand? So a lot of the things about how cannabis makes you unfocused, a lot of the studies they're finding out were very biased and probably 100% wrong of what they were claiming.
Now, hear this question here. Carla Thomas say that herb have so many healing levels to a lot of people. And then she come back and say here,
100%.
tell them what qualification is about. That you did research. It's very educated. You speak about what you know. I hear for it. Thank you, Carla Thomas. Because there is people who like to come and say thing and they ask you what qualification you have. So I
Big up,
realized
Carla.
you
Big
jammed them
up.
there already. Now what Johan Ned in the background there, where is the conspiracy thing you tell me about? Let me hear it,
Oh,
let me hear it.
chemtrails and stuff like that, man.
Well, don't talk about that. You can remember
Moving with
chemtrail and I watching what they're doing and know when hurricane go come and know when
blue.
storm coming and know when rain coming. I check everything out. I become better than the media tower.
I missed his last 10 seconds, 30 seconds. No, I hear you, man. It kind of sped you up. It cut you off a little bit.
Yeah, because they don't want me talk about the chemtrail them. When I tell anybody chemtrail in Russia and them, they have the whole place with antenna all about bringing hurricane and rain. But them saying how they bringing them thing for when they don't have. When you see God say no rain,
100%.
you can't
People
vex
have
with God.
to
If
understand.
God say, you understand?
Exactly. No, you're right. You're right. They want to manipulate things that were
If
never
God say
meant to be
no
under their
rain,
control.
if God say no rain, yeah, if God say no rain for this tree, look this tree here. This tree have to live, it have to die. So no God saying this earth here, he giving no water to these people, he want them dead and he want them to reborn. Now happen that control come and bring rain. They interfere with God work.
100%.
You understand it? They interfere with God work. Them chemtrail. Don't talk about the Fukushima tank. Where they say how it's them we bring the big tsunami in Japan when it destroyed the Fukushima tank and have it leaking and licking up the whole nation and BBC Fox and all the rest of news getting millions of dollars not to talk about it. Just like in Trinidad and Tobago, they shoot up my house and do all kind of thing. And all the medias and them have to go and talk about a buck. And they will never come and talk about me because it's the heads on them and the big criminal is them who backing it up and being behind it. So everything sell out.
Exactly.
That's why they kill the man they call Dr. Sebi. They kill the rapping fella. You understand?
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Because at the end of the day, the more research you do, what it is that people really just have to do the research. You understand? And once you see that the same big pharmaceutical companies that are pumping you the drugs to heal you supposedly have side effects in those same pills that they're gonna have to cure with another pill that has side effects. It's just a cycle. You understand? The medical business, the medical industry has no vested interest in you being healthy. And nature is going to give you everything to keep you healthy for free. So why would they want you to have access to that?
Right, because here we bring to my brain now. If a doctor cut out a foot, he make no money, you know. Now when you see insurance, when a doctor see you have high insurance and the doctor realize that you have big insurance, he go in and give you an injection for your foot to rotten until you have to cut out a toe. Like when he check the insurance paying $500,000, now he check up again. He said now we have to cut out a foot, like $3 million. So that's how they may be making money. God never have we going through them things. What is the sense you go in and pay a pharmacy and spend money in a tablet to live 2 years extra for what? For pain and worries? That makes sense. When God call you, he call you, bro.
Exactly.
Them being a victim and living the life of pharmacy and tablet. I all they be living in doctors and tablet and thing. Everybody want to be a doctor, you know. Let me tell you why. Because health is the number one thing.
It's money.
Anybody will love and will try in America and anywhere you go. The number one thing that you're asking anybody they will love to be is a doctor. Why?
In fact, it's a lot of money. Correct. It's a lot of money in healthcare.
And then number one is a lot of money. Number two is the closest work to God.
True.
So some people do it for the lot of money, and some people do it now because in case their family gets sick, they wouldn't have to spend money. Because if you is my brother and I'm a big doctor, and you sick and have to spend $500,000, I go do it free for you. So mostly everybody go push their family to be doctors. Because that is the closest thing to God. But let me let you know, there is nobody could beat God. Because God made Kobo, he made the Kobo. If the Kobos live out here and eat and scavenge the place, the world wouldn't run.
100% facts.
You understand? And next thing I want to tell you that I know what make the mistake into the Bible and all them books and them where they misprint. You see, when Adam and Eve born, and when they come out in the world, They come out as big man and woman. They didn't born from a little baby and grow and creep, and their private part was small, so then it get big. So when Adam and Eve born, they born big man and woman. So when God made them, so Adam and Eve didn't understand the experience in life. So even though if God make them with the experience, they didn't walk through the experience. So the Bible now couldn't say, oh Eve, oh none of we as parents can say, child, you know how you born? Daddy take your penis, put it by mommy vagina, push it in, go up and down, and something come out and die how you born. You could never tell your children that. So the Bible
They wouldn't understand.
take out certain books to and it's to make the whole world go different. Because the Christian cussing the Hindu cussing, and everybody cussing each other.
Facts.
Because if I come out
Everybody's
and
separated.
I come out and a ball stop blood press. 3/4 Trinidad and Tobago want to kill me. Because 3/4 the temples in Trinidad and Tobago every weekend they're doing 20 hog puja. And one hog puja is 20,000. And God don't want them thing. Because the people in them who doing it coming by me, they getting sick, their foot losing, their eye losing, and God taking back piece of their body parts in return quicker. Next one do one up.
That's how it go, brother.
Up in pre-sal. She did go by one of my partner who me and he did fight. She do hog puja by he. I hear she faint away Jesso. So it's all them things happening. All in America and India. All the gurus and them telling me they love me. A woman who painting a Lord Ganesh picture, she meditating every day about me. So Johanner, what you have to say? What you have to say about them government and all in America with the black man lungs? We lungs harder than them and we body and everything harder than them, bro.
No, that's a fact.
Keep fighting down with marijuana. Legalizing all these things. That is a point, boy. That is a point. Marijuana is a very, very, very important thing. And that is the whole point. Bob Marley went all over the world. When he come on stage, he smoke weed and make the whole world love him today. The man still is a living legend through the weed. And yet still, they don't want to hold it down. By his Om Namah Shivaya Shiva, boy. That is the man who love marijuana, boy. Well, you know what? My battery a little dead again also. Tell the nation something before I go now, bro.
Just want to say, peace, love, blessings, to all my brothers and sisters of the sun. Just do your research. Marijuana is only a plant and a medicine. It shouldn't be taxed. You should be able to grow it in your own home. That is the agenda that I'm working on here in the U.S. And as it, grips a lot of momentum here. I'm also Guyanese. My friends are also all throughout the Caribbean, and I'll be giving them knowledge to help them do things politically in their countries, to help with social equity and, be able to raise a lot of money for people to secure wealth, man. This is a $1 billion industry in the U.S. alone. The United Nations just rescheduled how they look at cannabis internationally. That's why a lot of countries are taking a vested interest. So the regular population in these countries needs to get educated that there's a very big opportunity. If you're a farmer and you're farming rice or you're farming something, you can farm ganja just as easy and make a very big profit and keep you, your family, and your community healthy. That's all I can say, man.
Correct,
more
right.
power, more
Now
love.
I want to tell you this too. How the government and how the people and them in the world could stop you from growing a plant where God making grow. How them could chop down thing where God growing. And next man they call fake watch. Fake watch all in the field cutting down all them thing. And air going behind the real men behind the shirt and tie. He is chopping down all the marijuana, but legalize gay and chopping down all the marijuana. That is a plant. That is a plant that God grew. You could tell me that what God grew, you want to destroy. That's why Bob Marley say, I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. Because every time he plant a corn, they tell him they destroy it before it grow. So people that locked on here today, this is one of the person that highly qualified. Tell them who he is and what you're working and what is their qualification in America, they bro.
Yeah, my name is Jeremy Woolward. I'm with the Cannabis Cultural Association. I'm their Director of Public Outreach. I also volunteer for different advocacy groups to educate Black and brown communities, the communities we feel were most affected by the war on drugs. There's a war on drugs in the United States. You know, a war against black people or people of color. You know, that's what I do. There's a Can of Cultural Instagram page. There's also a website you can get information. You know,
Uh-huh.
everything is any information for me is free. You could uh, DM me or message me on Facebook if you have any questions. I'm here to talk, give information, knowledge. Knowledge is free. Knowledge is power, and I'm freely empowering my people, my
Well,
brothers and my
same
sisters
crew.
of the sun.
And same way I doing it. Free. Free God, free knowledge, everything is given free because when you work for God, that is a hobby to me. That is come like, you know, when you're playing cricket and you like your hobby, my hobby is working for God. So now I had to go here now because the phone got cut off.
Fact.
So I say, brother, thank you very much.
No,
And
no
we're going to
problem.
spread and we vote in W.A.K. We are kind all over.
Yeah, we are kind of all
Right,
over. I
brother?
like that.
Yeah, man. Johan Ned, I
Yes,
go
man.
see you next week, brother. Love, man. Yeah, brother. Blessed, man. Yes, people, Wakaman gone. Love to everybody here. Not what we doing. Spread this video. Love to everybody. You don't know.